Titanfall 2 is one of the most underrated games of the last decade. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna say otherwise, some even defending No Man's Sky, which I have to admit was a surprising comeback in its own right. Today, though, I'm gonna be explaining to you why I think Titanfall 2 deserved better. Okay, so let's talk Titanfall. For those of you who are already familiar with the game, you can just skip to the timestamp on the screen right now. Okay, so with that out of the way, Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends, all of which are based in the same universe and follow the same timeline, in which a group called the IMC, or Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, is sent from the core system, which we can only assume to be Earth, to colonize habitable planets called the New Frontier to gather resources to be brought back to Earth. After succeeding in their mission, they leave only to come back various years later to the now established colonies demanding resources, which sparks the war between the IMC and the militia. This war is to last centuries, only to come to an end 30 or so years before the events of Apex Legends. Now, the events after that are a little fuzzy, so I'm not gonna get into them, but if you are interested in the full lore and theories, the Titanfall wiki will be in the description. Now finally getting into why I believe Titanfall 2 is such an underrated game. I believe that in a time where the FPS market is dominated by games such as Call of Duty and Battlefield, Titanfall 2 brings new and fresh mechanics incorporated with the old FPS type of game that everybody likes. It's sort of like Fortnite when it came out, as it revolutionized the third-person genre. Another thing I thought was massively underrated was the campaign mode, which, even though it was quite short, it featured a lot of cool mechanics, puzzles, parkour, and I thought it featured a good storyline with good characters, actually good characters, that you don't find in all games. The last reason is, I think, more for old school players that played the first game, total failure, that I think you at least should give a shot to Titanfall 2 just because the mechanics are so much more refined and the game is just encoded with so much care. The campaign, the multiplayer, it's just absolutely amazing. And the price is really low, so, give it a shot. Okay, on that note, I will be concluding my video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. This is the first of these kind of videos that I'm making on my channel, so your support is much appreciated. And thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.